Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the long-awaited everything that's in my single eyeshadow collection. So today I'm going to be taking you through my single eyeshadow palettes, all the colors in there. I'll do swatches of some of my favorites, but I'm not going to swatch everything because we would be here all day long. I did just film this look from the Riviera palette from Ebates, and as I was filming it, I was thinking I'm getting ready to go through hundreds of colorful eyeshadows with this incredibly neutral look. But I do like the way that it turned out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom you guys a little bit into my desk so you'll be able to see all of the palettes I have. So let me just show you guys. These are my single shadow palettes. So I don't have a ton, but I think I have a good amount that I barely ever use any of them, and that sounds awful. There are probably shades in here that I haven't used on my lids at all. There are shades in there I haven't used on my lids. I have two empty palettes. I just reorganized everything. I had them switched over by colors because I was figuring out if I needed to purchase some of the ColourPop monochromatic looks, which turns out I did, or monochromatic palettes. And after reorganizing them, I've got two empty ones. These are two from ColourPop that are just empty at the moment, but I'm sure they won't stay empty for very long. Okay, so let me go ahead and go through. So I've got this one from Lethal Cosmetics. This was a create your own palette. So everything in here is a Lethal Cosmetics shadow, and I should already have this video up with a look that I did and swatches of all of these. So if it is, I will link it up in the iCards. If not, it's coming very soon. But I will show you a few. I love all of these. These may be some of my favorite eyeshadows in terms of the quality, the pigment, the uniqueness of them, but I don't even know if I could say just two. I love this shade right here. So this is, I'm not even sure what this is called. Let's see if I can. This is Remission. And then this green shade right here, I think this is Void. This one is so beautiful, and they're just shadows that I don't have, especially Void. It's that matte, I don't even know how to describe that color. It's so unique. And then I also do really like this one. This is a pink with just a bit of a fiery orange to it as well. So sometimes it's got the pink, and sometimes it's got that, looks more fiery orange in the viewfinder. But it's definitely more pink in the pan. And that one is called Echo. These are hard to pop out because they're that square pan. But these are my Lethal Cosmetics shadows. I'm sure I'm going to own more of these at some point because I love them. The next time they launch, if their next launch is something I'm really interested in, I may end up purchasing that because I know I'm going to like the formula of it. Okay, next we've got, I'm going to save Divina for last because I've got some broken shadows in there I'm kind of bummed about. Next I have, these must be my ColourPop shadows. So I have got, this is a full palette of ColourPop shadows, and a lot of these are just ones that I collected along the way. Baseline has always been one of my favorites. So there it is there. It's just a really unique blue shimmer shade. And are there any more favorites in this palette? I don't think so. This is a really pretty one. Let me see what it's called. Ready or Yacht is also a really pretty light peach shimmer shade. Woo! And I don't even know if I've used that on my lids or not. And then this palette right here has just got a couple more. So I don't have a whole nother palette filled of ColourPop shadows, but this shimmer shade right here, oh my goodness. This is called On a Whimsy. It is, I've never used this on the lid either. I need to do some looks with my single shadows for sure, because they're some of my favorite ones. Look at this silver shimmer. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. It is so pretty. But yeah, these are some of my favorite shadows. They're the ones that I've picked out specifically for me, and then I don't even have time to use them to do looks with them. So I definitely need to be doing more looks with my single shadows. Let me know what you guys want to see used like most. Maybe up here I'll put the different brands I have, and then you can vote on there, or you can just tell me down below what you really want to see used. Okay, next we've got, what is this? This is Looksy. So I have two little lonely shadows in this palette, but then I've got an entire palette filled. These are more neutral shades that I have from Looksy. I just purchased these recently. And then I've got this palette that is all Looksy shadows here. So there's such a variety of different shadows, and they're not really, actually, I have them sorted from like when I purchased them. So these are my most recent purchases right here. This one is really pretty. I should remember what this shade is called because I specifically shopped for this one. Tesla is what this one is. It's like a pink silvery blue duochrome shade, and this is another one that I really like. This one is from their Summer Center collection last year. It's Slurp. I think it's still on the website to purchase. And this one is like a green with kind of a champagne duochrome shift to it. And are there any other ones that I love this yellow shimmer shade. I love all of these, but I'm just doing the ones that stand out to me. So there's a yellow shimmer right there. Maybe I should do a swatch party for each brand that I have so we can just swatch all of them from all the different brands. That would be a good idea. Okay, I'm going to go on to the back side of my arm. So I've got a couple different brands left. So what do we have here? Here is, these are my ABH shadows. I only have 3. I don't know why I bought those. They're so expensive, but I bought them when I was first getting into makeup. They're the first single shadows I owned. And when I bought those, I was so mad at myself for buying single shadows. I was like, what do I even want with a single shadow? Well, now I know. But these, well, I don't know why I bought those. All right, these here are my Ruby May Cosmetics shadows, and these are, I do have a video up with all of these swatched and a look done with them. These are beautiful, guys. I will swatch this one. This is their clay formula, and this one is in brick. When I first got this, from looking on the website, I'm like, what in the heck is a clay formula? But it is what you would think a clay formula is like. So that's brick. It's a little more oranger than you would think a brick shade would be. And then I think this is the other one. It is just like the most unique kind of shadow I've ever tried. And it works. It's pretty. It's pretty. And then here we have Peony. This is from Ruby May as well. But like, oh my gosh, look at that shade. That's kind of similar to the one from Lethal Cosmetics. This one definitely has way more shimmeriness to it than that one. Both of them, though, are really pretty. I liked all the Ruby May Cosmetics ones. I didn't have an issue with any of those shadows. So I think you'll be happy with those if you want to give Ruby May Cosmetics a try. And then we've got my AMI Hearts Beauty shadows. So these are from the Halloween collection. This is not an AMI Hearts Beauty shadow. Where's my cloudy at? This is actually an Essence shadow. When I think it was close to when I first started filming, I just wanted a matte lavender and couldn't find one anywhere, and Essence had one. And it's not a bad one. It's not as pigmented as some of the ones I have now, but I just needed one, and I only wanted one. I didn't want to spend money on it, and there I found one. All right, I'm missing Cloudy. I have a shade Cloudy from AMI Hearts Beauty, and it is such a pretty blue shade. Is it in here? Ah, there it is. Okay, I just moved my Essence one up to the top. So these here are from AMI Hearts Beauty. There's some of the single shadows. This is Cloudy. I really like this one. I don't have a shade like this anywhere in my collection. It's just a really, really light blue shade. And then this other one is, I can't remember what this is called, Moon. Oh, this is beautiful. The rest of them are from the Halloween collection she put out last year. And the shimmers are amazing. Look at that shade right there. It is so pretty. Her shimmers have always been really good. Her mattes have improved drastically from these. I remember in the video for these, I was struggling with some of them. And like, if you guys seen my Beach is Better, I've got a video up on just this, doing a first impression, swatches, all that stuff. And then I have a 2 looks with this up as well. I mean, the mattes from this, like, you can just tell from her singles when she was a newer brand to these. Look at how the quality has changed. I mean, you can just see it. Oopsies. These mattes were definitely harder to work with. This was a really pretty one. This was Ghost, and it was like a white green duochrome shift. I don't know if any of these are still available. I haven't checked her website in a while for like what all she still has on there. But that's a, ooh, I got some green in there, but that's a really pretty one too. All right, so moving on. So I've got a smaller single shadow collection than most indie brand collector YouTubers, I would say, but I mean, I wouldn't, like, I barely even reach for those, so sometimes it's hard for me to justify purchasing more, even though I want them all. The next brand that I have shadows from is Coastal Scents, and I really do like a lot of their shadows. I know a lot of people say that they're hit or miss, but I haven't found a lot of misses. I had a whole series up on my channel of Coastal Scents creating monochromatic looks with the ones that I got to try out the, like, actually try out the formula on camera. So you can, I've done like a blue look, I've done an orange red look, I've done a purple look, I've done a green look, I've done a neutral look. All of them turned out really pretty, and I had really good success with all of them. So here are my neutrals, yellow, orange, and reds. I don't have as many of in this color tone from Coastal Scents because I have this in so many other areas of my life. This one, let me see what this is called. Dark Mango. I really like this shade. It's just, it's so pretty. It's like a deep orange corally shade. You can see that there. And I mean, I don't know that any of the other ones really pop out to me from this selection of shades. But then from my purple, greens, and blues, there are a ton of shades that I love. So these are all of my purple, green, and blue shadows from Coastal Scents. And then this is a blush that I have from them. So more of that. This one right here, Spring Fever. So just a really pretty green shimmer shade. Pacific Opal. I think I've used Pacific Opal probably more than I've used any of my other single shadows, so a few times. This one has like a slightly cool tone green undertone to it. So there's Pacific Opal. This is it Tullian? Tullian Pink is also a really pretty shade. I don't know if I've ever used this one, but how gorgeous is that? I mean, I haven't had any bad shimmers from Coastal Scents, and just keep an eye out because they frequently have their $1 hot pots, so you can get these for $1. So I think I also had a discount on top of it because you can apply a discount code to their $1 hot pot sale. So they end up being so inexpensive. You can get a whole palette like this filled with colors that you want for like $50 or less. So I think that's a really good deal too. Those are all my Coastal Scents shadows. And then the last ones I want to talk to you guys about are my Divina shadows. So my Divina shadows are some of my favorite shadows. They are also some of my most difficult shadows. Not to use on the eyes, but I am constantly repressing Divina shadows. It gets a bit irritating. So here are some of my shades. They're probably my more lighter kind of pastel-y. One of my favorite things about Divina shadows is how they're all one-offs. Like, none of these are standard shades you're going to find anywhere. They are so beautiful, but like this one, I think I've pressed 2 or 3 times. Let me just show you some of my favorites. I think this is Jade Miranda. So here's Miranda. How pretty is that? And what's another one? I mean, I love all of them. I love all of them. Is this Tosca? Yeah, Tosca is this buttery yellow shade right here. So there's that. I know I had somebody request to do a video on how to work with Divina shadows, which is on my list of things to film, and then maybe in there I can swatch the ones that I have as well. Although I'm sure somewhere on my channel they're swatched already, but I don't know where. You could probably just search Divina and you would find it. What's this? Meraki is the shade here. So they just are, they're just so pretty. That's Meraki. It's like they're this beautiful, muted, wonderful color tone. Now I've got to show you my other palette of Divina shadows, which they've been pressed way more than I should ever have to press the same shadow. So first of all, this shadow, I'm just a dandelion. I have barely used. I have barely used it, and this is how much I've had to repress it, and it's like you barely touch it and it breaks. And then this one right here as well. Let me see if I can show you guys. You see this blue one right here? It has broken 5 or 6 times. My daughter set this palette upside down, and it totally destroyed it and got blue all over the rest of my shadows. Let me just go dust this off. So in terms of this I'm Just a Dandelion shade, I do not recommend that shade. If you are wanting to buy a color like that, you already own that color. It is that green, brown, duochrome shit that is in so many palettes and was very popular a couple years ago. You probably already have it. These are actually some of my favorite Divina shades. This one right here is called Sepia, and it's that kind of gray tone that you would get from a sepia picture. I don't know why I'm putting it on that finger. But it's hard to find a gray shade like that that is so creamy and pigmented. So there it is. And I mean, all these are really pretty. Courtney is a really pretty mustardy yellow shade with a little bit of olivey green undertone to it, I would say. So that's Courtney. And then I'll just do this orange one for you too, because there is nothing better than a beautiful, beautiful matte shadows. This is Navia. So there's Navia, so an orange shade. So those are my favorite Divina shadows. I mean, I love all of them. I love all the Divina shadows. So those are all of my single eyeshadows I think that I own. I do have a few more coming my way, but not a ton. And let me know what you guys want to see in terms of use of those, because I am happy to do some looks for you guys, and I would love to get playing more into those single eyeshadows that I have neglected so much. I would also love to know what your favorite single eyeshadows are, because I'm always on the hunt to try new things. I would say it's hard to say whether Lethal Cosmetics or Divina's are my favorite mattes. Those are definitely my 2 favorite matte formulas. And shimmers, probably Luxie are my favorite shimmer shades, although Divina, Ruby May, AMI Hearts Beauty, and Lethal Cosmetics, and even, I mean, those Coastal Scents, you just look at those. Those are some beautiful shimmer shadows. I just love them all. Thank you guys so much for joining me and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate all of you, and have an amazing day. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!